Okay, so here we are. After that first scoring round, back on the red player, let's see what he draws. He's got an interesting situation because somebody body slammed him essentially. He had this rich territory. Now he's well in the lead, so nobody's going to come to his help or anything. And he scores this piece. It's an interesting piece. See, he could push this off his piece or conceivably put it here where it's not really terribly helpful. Maybe here, but that's not completely rich to him. I'm gonna just kind of slide it out here. I've got plenty to compete over here. Although, in a sense, sometimes having little escape hatches is useful. And that's what this would kind of serve as. I don't think it's what I want there. I don't think somebody's going to play something there, and I'm going to kind of wait until I get a chance to play something I want. This is just too expensive to get into the way that my tile is laid. Problem is my one entrance into it, the bonus entrance, was cut off. Alright, now I've got some problems. And some of those problems are, let's score lots of points so that we're beating black in this race here. This is tough. If I don't defend this, black can cap it. If I do defend it, I can cap it, but I'll lose a lot of pieces. That's the problem here. It's cheap for me to get there, as it is for black, but it may not be the most valuable thing in the world. So what about this one? Well, like I said, I can freeze things here at 2, 4, and then for 5 more I cap it. That puts me, now this goes over here in my tray. That puts me at 9. I've got one more point left. I can make sure that black doesn't get this cheaply. I've now got an 8-point pyramid. Can't be grown anymore, but I've paid really fairly minimum costs for picking it up. I'm going to be scoring 8 points for the next 3 scoring rounds off that. That's pretty good for what I managed to get off of it. And that's my 10 moves. Let's go to white here. White drew a blank. Now, I definitely do not want a blank here. I don't want to set something up like that because that makes it good for someone else's 10. And what I really want is someplace to go here. I didn't get that. Well, you know what? Let us do this. For 5, we're going to drop another 10. And I don't see anything else exciting to do, so I'm going to drop a horde of 5 people in here. This one didn't work too well, although it still could. I got another one, and I got someplace to go with this one. Hey, why don't I start claiming it instead of putting that 5 in there? Let's put 2 in there. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. No, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll put another guy in there for 10. I think that's not a bad location to run for. Build this up, make this a centerpiece that I can cap, maybe. We go over to orange. And you can see how fast-paced this can be. Orange has one. This is not terribly valuable. And you know what? Given red's life, I'm going to hook this up here. I'm just not happy with how many points red has. Orange is not getting a lot of ground anywhere off of their plays. So, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What else can I do? I don't have to do anything. But this guy's not doing me any good where he is. Let's put him down here for 10. And now we go to black. And black gets a nice piece. Now, I would like a place to expand into this from. I've got two interesting things going on. One, I can cap this sucker. And I can get it quite high up before I do. Another, though, is I could build a base here and then reach it. And I like that better for long-term accessibility. I don't think that I can catch up to red here necessarily. So let's look at that. 5. I'm a little worried about orange having all those pieces there. But do I want to? Jeez, this is tough because after spending 5 on this, I can't cap this anymore. But I could chase red out of here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll build myself up in there. I don't want to commit to this quite yet. This was too valuable a piece for me to do so. All right, let's go around another one. Back on red, and this is the last C. Red gets a treasure. Treasures are nice. Unfortunately, there's no place red can place this that's terribly good for red. I have no red base. I have no place I could put a red base. I could throw it out here with the hopes of someday hitting it, maybe. And now the question is, well, what do I fight for? What do I have? Can I get a good cap somewhere? Losing a lot of pieces, losing key pieces. I'd have to use 2 more pieces on this to cap it. Can I get that there? Well, not and build it up. So to build it up, I need all the way up. 2, 4, 6 points. That's not going to make a cap. I want to increase the riches in my area. 2. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The best move, I don't know, but by spreading these values out, I'm kind of offering them to black. Hey, do you want some of these? You cap what you want. I'll build up the rest then, whatever. That puts it to white, and white pulled a nice one. This is definitely a pile that I like. I don't really think that this is terribly bad. In fact, I kind of like this play between these two, although maybe it would be better. See, the problem with this is I'm opening this tile up to too many people if I put it here, but over here it's not a bad tile for me at all between my 2 bases, so that looks kind of nice. Let's get some control on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is further from everyone, I think. 7, 8. Now I need 2 more plays. 9, and 10 for further growth. Alright, now we go to orange again, and we got another volcano. So that means another scoring round. So let's see, orange gets the first 10 move scoring round. Now orange is not in good shape here. They have very, very little, and they don't have a lot of capability to take anything either. The riches over here are largely shut out for them. They can grab this, that's probably worth it. Here they can grab. Here they're not really connected to anything. This base has turned out really crappy because everybody's outplayed them in that area. I mean, they can move in here and that's not too bad. That's the same price as moving into here, but I'm more worried about red's build. So let's start things off. It's cheaper to move my big boy, and I don't have him on the board yet. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. That'll get me this as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's increase these. This isn't necessarily good long-term planning, but I think it gets me some good points at this point in the game. So I've spent my 10. What do I have for points? Well, I kind of screwed up there. Let me not do that. Ah, jeez. Let's take these back. So I've got 4 points left. 3 of those points, I want to get my little blue thingy. So I'll give this away for that. Now I got 1 more point. 1 point's not terribly valuable no matter how you cut things. I'm not sure what I want to do, but given the growth in this area and the futility there, I'll drop it in there and give myself a little bit more power. All right, what do I score? Well, I've got a triple set of these. That's worth 6, and then I've got 1 additional, so I get 7 points. 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts me up to 15. And now my points here, I get this one, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more. I'm only at 28. Obviously, red's going to kick my butt here. Now to black. Well, this is not the time to cap things, obviously. But I do have some decent points kicking around here. Probably don't want to go digging for treasure down there. That doesn't look terribly valuable. This guy is not totally useful. You can use camps to teleport too, which is kind of a nice aspect. Well, I want control of this, but this is even cheaper to get. Let's see what I can get in here. Can I get 4 guys into here? That would cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 each. 4 each. So 1 guy to here would cost me 4. I can't get both of these, but I might be able to get both of these, which is almost as good. I don't see anything I can really do with him that's of value. Okay, so 1 more guy in here cost me 4. I'm not going to get this then. So 5, 6, 7, 8. That sounds like the best I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I could cap that right now, but I don't want to do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I miscounted. Alright, well, I don't get to do any growth there. Let me make sure I didn't have anything that I could pick up. There is a pair here, but I can't touch that. Alright, well, instead, we've got two of those doubles, which is worth 6, 7 points. Puts me up here. And this is worth 7, I own it. 10, 15 more. That puts me to 32. Doesn't look too bad, but I'm worried about red here. Red's got a lot of points coming to them. Speaking of which, can anybody possibly beat them? I need 2 more pips here to win this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't get that. So that puts me to 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do we score? Well, we get 1 for that. That's not very useful. But in terms of points here, 7, 15. This is permanently mine. 23. 23 more points added to 22 puts me up to 55. And you can see they're running away with the game as it stands. And last but not least, we've got white. White's got some nice locations here and here. Is there anything valuable I can add? Well, I can probably gain that. Might be able to take this. Other than those, not really. Alright. Well, we haven't played our big boy here. I don't know how much this is worth fighting over, right? I mean, it's a 2 move there and a 2 move there, 4 movement for 2 points. That's not terribly good. That's the same I get off of excavation, essentially. Every 2 pips gets me a point. Can I do better than that? Well, if I took this with these 2, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me 5 points. That's pretty good. Now the question is, what about the other 4 points? Well, these things are kind of nice for me. So I'm going to score this up with 2 of them because I'm going to cap this pretty soon if nobody goes and, starts fighting me for it. Let's see what we score. Well, see, for 3 points, I could have gained 2. But I think it's more important for me to grow. Actually, there's nothing I can trade for this. He doesn't have anything that's not part of a set that I can trade him. So that doesn't do me any good. Okay, so point-wise, I get 2 points for these suckers. And then let's see what I score. 5. These are valueless. 11. 19 points. And we've really got, a cluster at one end and then this runaway lead. We got 1 more player to go on this little shoot, and that's orange hasn't taken their turn and black hasn't taken their turn. So we actually have 2 more players to go. So what does orange want to do? Well, orange wants to screw red over. There's no question here. But how do I do it? Is this useful? Actually, can you even place 2 volcanoes in a row? I seem to remember there being something weird about that. I think so. I'm not going to worry too much about it. See, I'm not too worried about my other opponents. And what I really don't want is red to do something good here, I guess. This is kind of mine, but I don't have any power there. Okay, so I'll just throw another volcano here. And now I get to do my movement. Oh, this is orange, not white. I was thinking, white has nice things to do. But orange does not have terribly good things to do. Orange has particularly lousy stuff to do. I could build this up and cap it. There's some treasures up here I could go look for. But there really isn't a lot near orange. 2, nobody seems too interested in this. 3, 4. Not getting a lot of interest here. I'm not terribly interested in building this up. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, I guess. Orange does not feel like they have a real idea in mind here. And now finally we go to black, who gets the last draw for a while. They get a bonus treasure. Treasures are really cool. Being able to throw one, say, here. Ooh, that's offering it to white too easily. Means that I'm going to be able to grab some more of these. And indeed I will. 1, 4. Ooh, bonus fell into a set. 5, 6, 9. I got one more point somewhere. And yes, I could have maybe gotten control of this or this and capped it. But I've only got one more point. This guy's pretty useless where he is, and he's got a long walk to wherever he's going. I'm going to start him on that walk. Is that the best thing? Not necessarily. It might be better to build a dude there, but whatever. And that puts us at the end of another cycle. And my battery's... Alright. Let's pull our first pick for red. And we get a blank. Now, a blank is very cool. Because if there's nice stuff around, I can toss a new base into play. Of course, the question is here, what if there's not nice stuff around? Can't I get that up to a pretty good score right now? And cap it? Have my 2 caps with my lead? I should be in good shape for the game. Let's see. Let's not place this yet. Theoretically, I have to place it, but there's no real reason. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't get it up to a 10. 1. Oh, there are no 8s left. Uh-oh. That means 7 is as high as I can go on here. Interestingly enough, the 8s are used up here. Oh, there's one. Okay. I was thinking, well, maybe I'm not in that big a shape for the 10. So I have to go big to win here. I've got to expend all of this force to get a victory in that stuff. I think it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is 2, 4, 9 to cap it, and all these pieces die. I've got to use them all because that's one more than what black has. So 9 of these die. Capping things are early, that high is fantastic. I've got one more point to move somewhere. I got to figure out where this sucker's going to go. Where do I want it? I'll put it up here because I think it's not terribly important there. See, but that... I just don't know where to put it, you know. Yeah, let's put a challenge for white and black here. Let somebody else into their land. That'll work. Okay. I've got one more movement, though, and I don't know what to do with it. There really isn't anything. This guy may want to keep at base because he can teleport to another base that way. But I don't really have any other pieces I can move. I could just throw another guy down here. That doesn't necessarily cost me anything. Moving here would potentially cost me something. I don't think I'm in a position to fight for any of these. Question is, am I in a position to fight for that? Probably not. That looks like that's black's real cheap. It's at the top of what it can ever be. I can move 2 black pieces in there and cap it. And then, you know, that's a permanent score for black. So I don't think I'm going to get to do that. Over to white. White pulls something nice. If I throw this like this, it's not so big a challenge from here. I've got a lot of riches here. I'm going to take 2, 3 to run away, 8 to cap, 9, and 10. And that puts me in a kind of nice position there. Over to orange. Orange also gets one of these. Now, poor orange, they've lost their big location. Their good spot is dead. They could, of course, build another one here, but that kind of is an expense that you'd rather not pay. This, however, is largely gone. So I may want to cap that. What can I afford with my pieces? Can I afford a 3 move? Let's say I go 2, 4, 9. That won't get me out easily. Anywhere else I want to be? This is as good as anything, I guess. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 10. I cap this, and notice I've escaped along with doing so. We're getting down to where you really just can't build these things up very high. They've grown very quickly. That doesn't always happen, especially in a 2-player game where you're really contesting more than worrying about building. You can't guarantee who's going to get something that you built, so sometimes it's very hard to decide what to build and what not. It's very hard to decide to build, not when to build or not. It's hard to make that decision to go ahead and build. And now everybody's kind of been leaving this alone, which is cool for black, because they'd really like that. And they've got another one over here, which isn't theirs yet. Tent City here. Tent City is not useful to me unless I want to expand somewhere. Do I want to make it easy for, say, red to expand into a new area? No, not terribly. I'll put this here. Low guarantee of any value coming off of that. And it kind of screws white over. Got some nice stuff here. So I dig this up for 3. And it gives me a jewel. Now I have a potential pairing here. So 6, I steal the other jewel. This has become useless. Seven, 8. 9, 10. This looks fairly safe right now, but I might as well move my pieces in to cap it. I probably should have considered doing that earlier, working on one of these or whatever, but it's hard to tell where you want to expend your pieces. All right, back around to red here. And we're getting pretty deep into the game, actually. And another one of these. Now, here's a problem. So, if there were one of these empty spaces with a loose trigger kicking off of it, a stone that I could build off of and grab one of these, a 6-point thing is great at this point in the game. Might be worth even chunking into here and building off of that. Problem is I can't cap anything anymore. This looks better. And that's kind of not terribly close to anyone, so why don't we go there? 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't really get to that treasure very easily. I got 2 more pips I can spend. There's just not a lot I can do. I'm at 8, that would be 9, 10 to there. Yeah, I just don't know where to go. Oops. One thing to do is kind of hang around here with these extras. I can push into here and put as much of a challenge on black there. I've still got enough pieces to throw into here. I didn't spend too much on those big caps that I bought. I think I've got the game sealed up as red. Now white doesn't have any more bases. They got screwed by playing one there, or screwed themselves. And we're kind of in the end game here. There's nowhere we really want to put a base. This does a lot of harm to red's prospects here. Making no connection into here and a 5-pointer here. So that seems pretty attractive to that. Now, what's left to claim? Because that's really what it comes down to. A 6 is as good as anything at this point. It really is. Especially this one, I'm probably able to hold. Doesn't look like anything's likely to take that. But this one looks dangerous to me. So I'm going to go 1, 6, 7, I don't know what to do with these guys. I believe I can transport. No real need to, though. I've got a pool there. Yeah, you can move them between camps for 1 point each. So I'm at 7. What else do I have I can do? This guy's not doing me too much good. 8, 9. I just don't know what to do with my move. This guy's not doing me any good. 10, we'll move him somewhere else where he's not doing any good. I should have been considering actually some of this other stuff, but I don't remember what I did. Retracing, hey, I can't be sure, so I'm not going to do it. I was considering, hey, I've got this, but I still can't trade for it. And nobody's got this yet. So orange picks up a treasure. Now orange is in a kind of neat location where they've got this, but it doesn't go anywhere. Obviously, I could plug into here and build a base there and start mining that treasure. I like treasure. That might be as good as anywhere else on the board for me for a base. So we'll do that. Actually like this better. It pushes me into there. So that's 5, 6, 7. Let's put the treasures. 8, 9, 10. I get something. You know, we've got a trade that we both want to make. And black pulls one of these, which isn't terribly valuable, but it's about as good as things get these days. I'll put it up here because it looks like the world's getting harder and harder to reach. I might have actually wanted to shift it like this because that's even further from other people. Other people can shift through here. This is a hard path, but that gives it to white, doesn't it? White's got a 4. I mean, white doesn't have a lot they can do with their pieces, but that's okay. I think it's better for me than pushing it like this because I've got nothing that I can do with these pieces except move back. And maybe white will find something richer to do with theirs. Alright, so black wants to cap this. I do not want this open for a fight. But here's the problem. Do I really need to spend the actions to cap it? Who's going to take it? Red's not going to take it, but white might. White's got 1 cap in play. 2 caps in play. White's not going to take it. How about orange? Orange has a cap. And they could easily get there. So yeah, I'm going to spend my 5 to cap this off. That leaves me with only 5 left. 3, 4, 5. And that's another time around. And, you know, I think in the interests of balance, I'm going to load this one up now, even though we don't have a scoring round right now at the end of this, which would have been kind of interesting. And I think there is a scoring round coming up very soon. We've only gotten 2 volcano tiles. There's a third one somewhere in the next pool of F and G. I don't remember. I think it's in F. So yeah, I'm going to go one more time around. Alright, so let's see about red. Well, nothing to do until you draw it. Scoring round. Okay, so that's kind of cool for red. It's always nice to draw these. I've got these 2. I can't take this anymore. That's just gone. This one's easy for grab. This one's actually pretty easy for grab. I own this. I might... that looks quite far away. Okay. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to be able to get that. 8. I got 2 more that I can place somewhere. Not a lot I can do. I can't do anything with this guy, so let's start moving him home. 9, 10. Alright, scoring time. Well, my treasures are worth a grand total of 1 again. But my other stuff is quite valuable. At 10, 18, no. 24, 30. That puts me at 86. All the way over here. Puts it over to the white player. I'm going to put the volcano over here so I remember it. The white player has this scored. This is not going to be mine unless I move something into it. And it's kind of expensive to get there. Not tremendously, but it's not real cheap. This, however, is cheap to get to. This isn't too terrible. This is not easy. Oh boy. Alright. Lots of thinking here. Lots of counting. And I don't like counting. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I've got to challenge red, even though they've already scored their points. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I won't get there. I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got one more point. This guy's useless. I'm going to move him along at 10. Score-wise, ooh, wait. I had a trade I could have made. Yeah, but this is worth 3 points. That's only worth 2. And I couldn't get this if I did that. So I think this is the best I can do. I'll wait. I'll lose the couple points this time, but presume that orange is going to give them to me for next time. So I've got 2 points for these. And then I'm going to get butt kiss here. 5, 8. That's not bad. 17, 23, 29 more points. 59, that puts me up to 60, which, you know, looks pretty good, but not in comparison to this. Okay. And we go on to orange. I'm going to have to take a break here as I plug in. I hate using the camera with the cord on this camera. It's very painful on my hand. But okay, so orange. Well, this looks available to orange. I need to get a couple of pieces there. This probably not worth fighting for. Over here, maybe. Not much chance of getting that too easily. Alright, let's open up with 3. Can't get the other one of them. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't do it. That's worth too much. So I'm not making the trade. Well, I failed to make the trade anyway. Okay, 3 for digging up the treasure. I traded the same piece for itself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine. I don't know what to do beyond that. I guess I'll push a piece into here for control of that. Maybe in the long term. Who knows? You know, it's so tough to fight over these things. Alright, and over to black for their score. Now black's got a lot of treasures. They got more available to them here. One, 2. Just looking for something worth something. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gives me that now. That's more valuable than this, which I could have taken. I don't think there was anything else I could do that was worth immediate points. Let's look at the scoring for black. They have a... I didn't score orange. Shit. Alright. Orange, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here's a problem. Is black took some stuff from orange, right? Well, they took this. That's 5. 12. That looks like it. I didn't get this. So orange only gets 12. 1, 2 puts them up to 49. Alright, now to black. Black's going to score a complete set is worth 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points for that. 1, 2, 3. That puts me up to 45. And now I own this. 5, 12, no, 17, 23 more points. And that puts me up to 68, it looks like, in second place. Now, one thing to worry about here, you know, I mean, other than forgetting to score yourself, which probably in a group of players wouldn't happen, because you'd say, wait, I get my chance to score, right? But what does happen fairly often in games I've played is someone caps a third tower. There's no easy way to see how many you have or anything like that. It's not like you use special pawns for that you only have 2 of or anything along that line. So like white has these 2 together, I might just notice 1 and cap something else over somewhere else. Because black only has 1, but I thought they had 2 in my mind. Orange only has 1, I kind of suspected that. But it's just this, you don't know, you know, you've got to be real careful not to cheat. It's very easy to do so. Now red gets their base turn, and they have this sucker. And where they do not want to put this thing is where it's at all valuable to them or painful to them. They don't want to put it here. Something cool could show up there. They don't want to put it over here. Something neat could show up there. But they also kind of don't want a lot of points to show up. So there's something kind of neat about, say, putting it, I don't know, in one of these richer, potentially richer areas to prevent an unbalance from happening, because there are players, black, and of course themselves, who still have the ability to put a tent down. Now they're not too worried about their chances. If they get it, that's great. But if black gets a good tent in place, they might be able to score enough to win the game. So the question is how to cut things off. I'm going to throw it over here just to kind of screw with that. And now red gets their normal turn. They can't cap anything. There's not a lot they can do. There aren't treasures kicking around near them. They can play for this, and that seems pretty cool. They can't win that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're in the lead there again. But we're at a disadvantage fighting for that. 8, 2 more. 9. No reason to beat that back there. And for a 10th one, I don't know if I want to put one of these guys down here, but it doesn't hurt much to do so. Over to white. And that's all our volcanoes until the end of the game. You know, and we're getting awfully close to the end here, actually. To the extent that I think I'm going to send this one up. It's white's turn.